And welcome back. This video is one of the most important videos that can help you to understand how do we find and compute limits. And you will see that I'm going to specify these cases as determinate and undeterminate forms. So first of all, I will start with the case plus infinity plus infinity. Whenever we say plus infinity, this will tend to plus infinity. Similarly, if you have negative infinity minus infinity, this will go to negative infinity. If you have plus infinity minus infinity, and this one of the most important cases, this limit will not in general go to zero. And this limit is known as IDF case or indeterminate form. You will see later that whenever I have IDF case, I need to go and find another method. So here you need to change your method to find the limit. And of course, in the future videos, we'll study all the cases or the IDF cases. We'll study the methods how to deal with these cases. So now let me continue with, if I have plus infinity to the power n, where n is a natural number, this limit will simply go to plus infinity. But if you have negative infinity to the power n, where n is a natural number, this limit will go to plus infinity if n is even, and it will go to negative infinity if n is odd. As an example, minus infinity power 3, this will go to negative infinity because the 3 is an odd number. While minus infinity to the power 4, this will go to plus infinity because 4 is an even number. If you have infinity plus or minus infinity to the power 0, this case is also known as IDF, which means that you need to go and find another method to compute this limit. If you have plus infinity multiplied by plus infinity, this will also go to plus infinity. If you have minus infinity multiplied by minus infinity, this will go to plus infinity. Why? Because if we multiply the negative signs, it will give plus infinity. If you have plus infinity times minus infinity, this will go to negative infinity. And here you don't need to confuse these two cases. Case number 3 with this case. Because plus infinity minus infinity is an IDF case, while plus infinity times minus infinity, this will give negative infinity. More cases or scenarios that we might face is having 0 multiplied by infinity. So 0 times plus infinity or minus infinity, this is also considered as IDF. So we need to change our method to compute the limit. Also 0 power 0 is known as IDF case. 1 power infinity also it's an IDF case. So basically whenever you have any of these situation IDF case, this means that you need to go and try to solve this limit using a different method. Other cases, like also infinity over infinity, it doesn't matter if you have plus or minus infinity, this method or this is also an IDF case. So you also need to go and change your method. 0 over 0 is also an IDF case because it's not defined like this. So you need to go and find your method. Find a different method.